Hey everyone, stick with us versus herd. If it's your first time here, like the content, hit subscribe. If you want to get notifications when we go live, tap the bell. And if you want to join the UVH fam, our community, links are below in the description to our Discord and our options trading group on Facebook. If you're here right now, say what up. We have the S&Ps up 11, Dow's up 89, NASDAQ up 48 currently. What's going on? Keith, Jeff, Swiper, the Fox, Rodney, Jesse, Kelly. How we doing? What's going on? We made it to Wednesday. It feels weird to have only one trading day so far this week. What's going on, Daniel? Yo, Ben. Good morning. How we doing? Getting ready. Seeing what we're going to trade today. There wasn't really any earnings plays, and kind of the good earnings that are kind of dried up. So it's going to be hit or miss moving forward. You're right. What's going on? Hope you guys are having a good morning. But let's get it going. Mr. Mowers from Canada. It's actually sunny today here in Chicago, and it's crazy. It's cold. It's cold, still cold, but it's sunny, and it's nice. It's nice even though it's gonna be cold. It's nice to see the sun, get a little vitamin D. So Canada, I can't even imagine how cold that is. Yo, Mason, what's going on? So let's see what it's gonna do. So right now, I was looking at Apple. So Apple yesterday, I would say yesterday was kind of a weird day because we sold off a lot. Let's look at SPY just to get some. We sold off. We gapped down. We looked like it was going to go up, but then we sold off rather sharply and abruptly. Most of the down moves, this happened within the 15-minute increment, and this happened within 45 minutes. So there was like an hour worth of down moves in the morning into the afternoon, and then we spent all day recovering, and it was pretty crazy. I didn't have a lot of time to trade yesterday. I did have one trade on the S&P futures. I did post in the Discord. I only came out like $30 green, but I was thankful because I was down like $150 on the position at the lows here, and then it came back and I was positive 30, and I closed that bad boy out. This morning I did have a small position. I did close it out. I did have a trade overnight on the S&Ps. I just closed it out for $55 profit. This morning I had a credit spread on. I had the 337 I was sold the 3380. I don't know why it's hard to say. 3380. I sold the 3380 puts, and I bought the 3375. So it was a credit put spread. I had two of them. I got filled on my first one for 240. This order here was only a partial fill. Then I had another one here for 250. So I got filled for 240, and then I got filled for 250. So this was only, as you can see here, only got filled one out of two. And then I put another one on, and I closed all two of them out this morning. So, but what I want to say about that is, yes, these gains are small, but overnight and stuff like that, those small gains add up. I mean, this could add up, a couple $100 a week to your portfolio. I mean, it's nothing huge, but I mean, the effort that I had to put into this trade was not a whole lot. You know what I mean? You bought calls on the dip for Apple. So yeah, so I'm looking at Apple. We'll see what's going to happen. Like yesterday, I said I was trading in the morning, but then I had to leave. So today I'm going to have more time to trade today. I'm looking for some day trade setups, see what we can do. Yesterday would have been good. Yesterday Apple was a pretty clean chart to buy the dip. It ripped up, topped out 318. Would have been nice to buy the dip again down here, ride it back up to 318. For a couple bucks, that would have been a good trade right there. Not thinking it was going to push higher. I would have probably, if I was going to trade Apple yesterday, I would have probably waited, see if it was going to test this. It tested this. I would have bought this right here. If it did break down to, like, let's say if it broke to like 314.80 or something like that, I probably would just close it out for a day trade. But it ramped up, and I probably would have closed around like 317.80, 317.75. So for a couple dollars for and I would probably be holding like a 50 delta call. So Kelly's holding 2 SPY calls. Yeah, we got Tesla's up 919. Basic bro is in the house. Yeah, Tesla I have over here. Let's see here. It was the Piper Sandler hiked Tesla's price target to $9.28 a share, the highest target on Wall Street. So, hey Colin, nice to see you back. Haven't seen you in a few days. Welcome back. The firm said Tesla's push into new areas of clean energy will drive the stock higher. However, the new price target is below Tesla's peak earlier this month. And I have been saying, though, Tesla and, people have been comparing it apples to apples to like Ford, GM, that kind of thing. But Tesla is not a car company. Yes, they sell cars, but in the future, they're a tech company. They're going to be selling EV products. They're going to be, as you know, that mean obviously they have the solar roof, which is not a big seller. They do have the power cells that you can put into your basement to power your home. What are those called? The power walls. Yeah, power walls. Tesla power walls. Mr. Morris. Yeah, been on vacation, Costa Rica. Nice. Yeah, I've been itching to go somewhere warm, but I got too much to do is the problem to take a break. So I'm trying to figure that out. Actually, we're trying to figure out where we want to go, where and when. We're gonna go somewhere, but we'll see. Wait till Ford, GM beg for patents to drive it. Yeah. So Tesla is a clear leader in the battery production and distribution and everything. Yo, Zach, I was back yesterday. But yeah, Tesla's a clear leader in their batteries. I mean, the technology that they developed, the car manufacturers right now are finding how hard it is, and that's why, all those people were bagging on Elon, bagging on Tesla, saying it's going to be Tesla Q, but he was trying to do something that's never been done before. It's been hard. I mean, to make an all electric vehicle company and to survive on that is pretty hard. And then also to have the charging stations throughout America and throughout the world that he's implemented. I mean, it's just crazy. It's just crazy. Coming to Montana, it's only negative 15 below zero this time of year. Yeah, forget that. I'm not going to Montana. Yes, last year we had the polar vortex when we got down to like negative 50, negative 60, and I'm still looking for my balls from last winter. So, yeah, that winter was making me want to sell my house, and this year look for something else. But we'll see. So they got upgraded. It's gonna be interesting. Right now, Tesla is at 922. See how it's gonna hold. Let's pull up Tesla right now. Yeah, so it's at 922. I mean, it's probably. I mean, hate to say, it's probably going to do 1,000 by Friday. You know what I mean? Now, don't take a trade on that. That's not investing advice. I'm just speaking figuratively. The momentum it has. I mean, it's gone from 712 to 923 in literally 3 days. So it can go 80 points today. It could go 80 points today. It could go 80 points tomorrow. I mean, it's already up. Almost 100. It almost was up 100 points at one point. It's up 80 points. It was up 80 points already. 934. So I mean, it's just crazy, phenomenal. I mean, it's great. Good for Tesla. Elon Musk is about to become, I think, what does he have to be by April or May, or is it by March or April? March or April, he has to have the stock price above a certain price. It had to be a certain market cap, and he's going to be the richest man in the world. I mean, it's insane. In other news, So this doesn't really have anything to do with the stock right now, but as you can see where things are going, Amazon Care is now live for Seattle employees. So Amazon Care virtual medical clinic, where they get diagnosed virtually instead of like going in to see a doctor. So what's interesting, they roll this out to their employees and their dependents of their employees for Amazon. And as you can probably see, this is like their test group, right? That they're probably, if this is successful, they're probably going to roll it out to regular consumers like us. They said Amazon's working on a variety of health initiatives, including pharmacy care, pharmacy and voice technology, because as we get older, and there's the boomers and there's people like us, as we get older, we need medical care. I mean, that's why Walgreens, CVS, I mean, people make tons of money on the drugs, and I mean, we don't need to get into the politics of the drug market and the drug pricing, but pharmaceuticals, but Amazon seeing an opportunity there. So what I'm finding interesting here with Amazon touching all these different markets, I think Jeff Bezos did say like some time ago, I don't know, maybe it was like 5 years ago, maybe less, that it's not a factor of if the government is going to break up Amazon, it's when, But Jeff Bezos knows that the government is so far behind and is so slow. He's able to make these moves, and he just continues to push and push and push, which is good. What I want to know is, how Amazon Care, how is this going to help I wonder if it's going to reduce the costs, of like a Walgreens. I wonder if it's going to offer benefits to people that don't have the same benefits. Like, let's say you don't have a Blue Cross Blue Shield Gold plan, Platinum plan. What are the plans for lower income families? What's the plans for, what can they do? Because I think that people that work, let's say you make anywhere between 60 to 150K a year, maybe even 50K a year. Let's say 50K to 150K a year and more. You have a healthcare plan with your work that is sufficient to cover your needs and your family needs, whether you're on just a bronze package or they have, as you guys know, with the way that Obamacare is priced or whatever. However, I don't know, but it's like bronze, gold, or bronze, silver, gold, platinum. So I would be interesting to see, because it doesn't matter what insurance plans they have. The people that get screwed are lower income families that can't afford insurance. I know for myself, it costs a lot of money per month for my family to have insurance. So if you can't afford that cost, is Amazon Care going to do something for those, be able to get into those communities where Walgreens is not? If you go around Chicago, I mean, there's not a Walgreens on every corner in every neighborhood for a reason. One of Walgreens' plan was to be on the corner of in every neighborhood. That was their goal a long time ago. But if you go in Chicago, there's definitely neighborhoods where there's not a pharmacy like a Walgreens or a CVS on every corner or accessible. So I think that this will be good in terms of having a virtual clinic, but I don't know what that means for, like, I would be interested to see what happens to like the lower income families. I definitely like the idea of it. It has very good potential. Jeff is a less cool version of Elon. Well, I guess I don't know if you guys saw this yesterday, but he found out that Bill Gates bought an EV vehicle from Porsche, and Elon said that his talks with Bill Gates have been underwhelming. Throwing shots at Bill Gates, saying, "Hey, you're not as smart as people think you are because you didn't buy a Tesla, and my conversations with you have been pretty numb." I think you'll see states start giving that away and paying. Yeah, I mean, I like the idea of virtual clinic. I'm with United Healthcare, and they do offer a virtual clinic that you can get diagnosed through their app and stuff like that. So that's kind of taking on that. I've never used it, but we'll see what happens. Looks like SPY's ramping up here to 337.87 as I'm talking here. Yeah, S&Ps are now up 12, Dow's up 98, Nasdaq up 59. I was looking to go long Nasdaq yesterday, but I don't like trading the Nasdaq future options because there's no volume on it. Same with NDX. If anyone trades like NDX, SPX, so there's a lot of liquidity on SPY, SPX, and ES, but there's not a lot of liquidity on like NDX and NQ. So I try to stay away from Nasdaq. I know that it moves more, but I feel like it's harder to. I've traded a little bit. It's harder to get in and out of a trade, and you're not getting the best pricing because as soon as you put a trade on, the bid is significantly lower than the ask, and then you don't necessarily hit the mid price. So that's why you want to aim for more like liquidity. But Fidelity told CNBC that Virgin Galactic was bought more than any stock on Tuesday, topping Apple, Tesla, and others. Now, space, SPCE, Virgin Galactic has been a topic here. Obviously, it's a topic for every trader because it's just flying. What is it at right now? What is it at right now? What is it at? Okay, so it's at 34. You know, in my opinion, I do like the idea of being long Virgin Galactic, right? I do like the idea. I don't like that this has just went parabolic. Like, I don't feel comfortable buying shares here. Now, I'm not saying it's not going to continue going higher, but for me, in the way that I invest, and I'm actually going to be doing a video on a long-term stock portfolio and be doing videos and series on that, on how I'm working like longer term stocks, not options. But like for me, for instance, I don't think I would buy options in here. It's way too crazy. The premiums are off the chain, 251%. I mean, maybe I don't even want a short premium in here because it goes beyond the expected move, But for a $34 stock, and the premiums for a $34 put is $6 for this week expiration, only 2 days left. I mean, it's just, it doesn't make sense to me. So like there's a lot of people here that look at me when I say stuff like that, like, okay, that's a good idea not to do that. And then some people are like, no, you're pretty stupid, not getting in on this trade. What are you, dumb? I get a lot of comments from a lot of different types of people and everything in between, from you're stupid, you're the worst trader I've ever seen, to, yeah, like what Colin's saying, you're smart, don't FOMO into a parabolic run, right? So for me, I know like maybe some people are really good at trading these types of setups, and that's good for you. You're good at trading these momentum stocks, and that's great. But for me, my success rate on trading these is not good, so I will not trade them. So it's not that I don't believe in the stock. Not that I don't believe in what the stock is doing. Like Tesla, when it's gone crazy, I haven't traded it. I used to trade Tesla pretty much weekly or bi-weekly, and I haven't even touched it since it went nuts. So, the best setups for me, obviously, especially because of my schedule, is finding the right setups, finding the targets, executing the trade, having a stop loss, having the profit targets that I want to have in there. Because like when I look at like a stock like space, I don't really have a profit target, or like this can go, it's an uncharted territory. This could open, it's right now at 33. This could drop down to 25 in the first 15 minutes. You know what I mean? I've watched a lot of stocks over the years. I've seen this happen. I've seen a lot of things happen over time and time again. So like, I do it based on experience, and I know what is the best setups for myself. Now, this may be a good setup for you. I'm not saying anything about that, but for me personally, I don't trade those setups. We all have different trading styles, and that's what makes trading so much fun. That's what makes trading with the community so much fun with you guys, because I also learn from you guys and seeing what you guys are doing. Because it also, as a trader, it doesn't matter if you've been trading for a year or 40 years. I think all traders want to get better. They always want to push their skills. They want to always go higher. And how do you do that? Is watching, learning how other people are working. My trades are not the end all be all. I'm not the best trader in the world. There's a lot of traders that I learn from. There's a lot of traders that you guys learn from. I learn from you guys too. So it's all about the community, because in this we can all win together, right? So Virgin Galactic and Tesla have similarities that explain why both are such popular speculative play for investors. Also, Virgin Galactic I feel is priced a lot better than Tesla. Like, especially if you don't have access to fractional shares yet, you can get fractional shares through Fidelity. I did ask Schwab this week when they're rolling out fractional shares, and they said it's sometime early 2020. They haven't rolled it out yet. So, and I haven't gotten fractional shares through Robinhood yet either. But where is the retail investors are pouring in SoFi, so you can through SoFi you can buy fractional shares as well, and that's why I was saying like fractional shares I think is good for the overall market because it allows people, whether you make $10 an hour, $15 an hour to whatever, you're with fractional shares, it allows you to get involved into the stock market. And I think that's important because at a young age, like my parents never taught me how to invest, how to trade stocks, how to do that. But if you're curious about this at a young age, this gives you can literally buy a piece of a stock for $1 at the lowest. And I think that would be, I think the fractional shares, it's going to be amazing, and it's going to be amazing liquidity, and it allows the people, especially young people who don't have a lot of money. If you, like for me, if I lose $100, it's not a big deal. If I lose $200, not a big deal. If I lose $500, not a big deal. But some people, if they lose $100, that could be disastrous. And obviously, you shouldn't be trading with money that you can't lose. But then, so those people are not trading, those people are not investing, and those people are not able to figure out, how to compound their money. Warren Buffett once said that the eighth wonder of the world is compound interest. So if you don't know how to compound your money, if you don't know how to make your money grow for you, you're always going to be trading time for money. So you're always going to be working for someone else, clocking in, clocking out. And, with investing, time doesn't matter. Obviously more time into the stock, it's going to grow over time. But what I'm saying is you're not trading hours for time. You put the money in, you're trading, and then you can just let it ride, right? So threw my back out. Billy, sorry to hear that, man. So yeah, you can see like SoFi, if Robinhood it's probably popular on Robinhood fractional shares. I mean, it's just crazy. So, but you want to be careful about this because it's kind of like the Bitcoin thing. When everyone was talking about Tesla, everyone was talking about Bitcoin. Every millennial bought Bitcoin. Every millennial bought Tesla. Every millennial is buying space. And CNBC and Twitter and StockTwits and here is not investing advice. It's not, you shouldn't buy something just because it's running. You should have an understanding of what that stock does, what that company does to make money, what that company does to lose money, when do they expect to make money, because space is not making money right now. So, you gotta wait till the dust settles out. Like same thing, like Tilray for the people who are saying, hey, why aren't you trading space? I mean, it's kind of different, but let's go to the 2-year Tilray. I mean, weed stocks were everything, and this stock went from $20 to $300. I mean, doesn't this look familiar, guys? And then look at this, back down to 17. So it's not that I don't believe in weed stocks, but I mean, I like probably the only the weed stock that I actually do like to trade, and I probably would think about investing in, is CGC. I think that they have the most potential to succeed. But this spike here, Tilray, is pretty much the same as like this, $6, $6.90, and then also all the penny stockers are trading this. Anything that's gone from any chart that looks like this, a penny stocker has touched. A penny stock newsletter has pumped it. So there's a lot of manipulation here as well. So just be aware of that, because the penny stocks, if you guys don't know how the penny stocks world works, is basically you have a penny stock guru, not going to name names, but you have a penny stock guru, you have a few thousand people that follow you, pay for your service. You send a stock alert out saying, hey, I'm looking at space, or I'm going to trade space. They also have newsletters that saying, hey, space is a buy right now. And the penny stock community is large. It's vast. There's millions of traders. And once they get a hold of it, I mean, this is what happens. This is what happens. So just be aware. Now, if space comes down to like 15 or so, I think I would. I don't think I'm going to trade options on it. Maybe I'll buy some stocks and put it away for my rainy day fund. You know. We got about 5 minutes until market open. You're looking at Disney, Apple. Yeah, Apple. I'm looking at to close the gap here. See if we can get up to 325 again. Disney. I haven't been trading Disney because it's been nothing but a disappointment since the earnings. Let me change this here. Ever since it had that pop on earnings, it's now back in this downtrend channel. So IBM, yeah, weed stocks biggest pump and dump next to crypto. Crypto's even holding better than weed stocks. You know, we got Bitcoin at 10,000. I mean, at least crypto's holding better. At least it's still. I mean, it's still at like 50% of where it was at its high. It was like 20,000, I think, and now it's at like 10. I mean, weed stocks have lost 90% of the value, 95% of the value. IBM, yeah, I mean, I'm with you, Daniel. It does look like a good short. Let's see what this pop does. I would for me, I would probably put a stop loss at like 152. If it breaks 152, it could potentially rip to 154 for myself. I mean, that's what I would think. But if it does have to. I would then try to get out if I'm profitable, and then I would see what happens up here, like 154.50, 155. If it gets stopped out again, I would probably try to short again. Home Depot. So the housing report. Kelly, I think I missed you. Sorry. Heat miser. Sorry if I missed you guys. I've been ranting a little bit. Kelly, holding 2 SPY calls. What was the... thoughts on SPY housing numbers? Yeah, housing numbers were better than expected. So SPY, HD as well. HD. I mean, I started trading HD probably like 8 months ago, and it's been a really, really good moneymaker. You just have to know how to trade it. I just like to buy calls or buy naked puts, or I like to do debit spreads. I don't like to sell premium on it. Heat miser, F-cell, plug, too small. Yeah, I don't really like to trade those like penny stockists, heat miser. Ignore the trolls. More often those people yap that are trap gamblers. Yeah, it's very interesting. The people, so you know, I've been doing this publicly for quite some time now. We're going on 2-3 years now, and it's funny, not really actually funny at all, but it's interesting to see the people that give you a hard time. They post their big wins. It's like, hey Nick, why aren't you getting huge wins? Why aren't you doing this like I'm doing it? And then they get quiet, or you never hear from them again. Probably because they had a humongous loss. They blew out their account and can no longer trade. You know, and that is why. I mean, I risk very small. I trade consistently, and that's the way that I want to trade. You know, you trade the way that you want to trade, and this is the way that I want to trade. And you know, I'm not the best trader when I'm trying to trade the way people like me to trade. I just trade the way that I trade. I have next week credit spread, so I can take some heat. Yeah, Daniel. Then if you have next week on IBM, if you're feeling ambitious, what you can do, let's say it tests up here. Let's say you shorted. I don't know what price you shorted it at, but let's say it retests up here to like 154, 155 area. I would then average down my credit spread. I would place another credit spread, probably up here, and then have a stop loss for like 156. That way you can capture a little bit more of the movement if it drops, if it goes against you. So what I've been doing lately, if a trade goes against me, I did it the other day too. Looking at my couple of my trades here, I did the other day is, you know, this trade, this ES went up against me. I put on one spread for 240. It went against me. I put on another spread for 290, and then I closed them out for 235. That worked out, you know, pretty nicely. So I was able, so I only made 5 cents from my original spread, but I was able to capture this 290 plus the 5 cents from my original spread, ending that at like 235. So worked out to get out of that trade pretty nicely. So stock market just opened up. Things are popping. I have no positions on it right now, so we'll see what it does. Sounds like a great plan. I blew up my account last year trying to learn moderation. Yeah, I mean, the key is consistent small wins. $50, $100 adds up over time. Okay? That's the goal. So you guys all have a safe trading day. I'm going to be in the Discord. Stay safe. Stay green. It's us versus herd.